Hey, real quick tip. Hopefully, you don't have to do this job that I just did on my wife's RX 300 Lexus with a burnt valve. But if you go the route of, I tried to go buy a like a lower mileage cylinder head. I mentioned this in the previous videos, and I like called like 12 junkyards nearest me within like a 50-mile range, maybe a little bit further, and none of them had a head for this that was worthy. One pulled it off and took my deposit, and a couple hours later called me and told me that the head was junk, so they couldn't sell it to me. So I instead went the route of just pulling out the burnt valve, as I shown in my video, and replaced it with like a DNJ valve that got pretty good reviews for their parts, and lapped it in. Now, when you lap it, you need valve lapping. Basically, you're lapping a new seat. You're kind of matching the new valve to the seat, and you're kind of cleaning it up a little bit. Now you get, of course, Permatex valve grinding compound. That's the regular stable for that, for the seat. And so I was waiting for this set to come in. I ordered it off of eBay. Like it took like almost 2 weeks to get in, and I got tired of waiting. It was like stuck in shipping somewhere in Melrose Park or something like that, Bedford Park. I can't remember. It was delayed, so I got impatient and I went to Blaine's for a couple other things, and I bought this PT valve lapping kit. Now, they look the same, and they're kind of looks like they were turned off the same machine, maybe, or this is a common design. I'm sure they're both made in China, even for PT. The eBay one here on the left, that did finally come in, is actually superior, and I'll tell you why. The PT one, if you look at the reviews, now I got this at one of my popular go-to Blaine's Farm and Fleet, and it's nothing against Blaine's because I love Blaine's. It's one of my favorites. They were my favorites like 30 years ago before Menards came to town locally, and I still love Blaine's. It's just this is the brand they sell, and and thankfully they had a set, but the set turned out to be not useful because what's going on here is the ends. I don't know if this is just age from sitting in the store or just the design, but these are plastic. They almost feel like a plastic. They definitely don't feel like rubber, and they don't stick to the valve, even a brand new valve with a clean surface that's not carboned up. So it didn't work. I mean, I'm not trying to bash PT. I'm just giving an honest review, but they're so hard. It's like a hard plastic, and it's not rubber. Whereas the one I finally got, had I waited a few more days patiently, I would have got it. It came 2 days after I bought this set because I couldn't use it. This was $7.99, free shipping. I'll post the seller if anybody wants it. This is actually rubber. And I remember doing this job like 25 years ago, 30 years ago for a friend's Isuzu. Uh, and I remember I still have that one, and you could still feel it's rubber. It's still soft and pliable, but it's got cracks in it because it's been my toolbox knocking around, and I lost one end of the plunger to it. It was pretty much, like I said, about 30 years ago because I'm an old fart. But anyways, so this set is actually soft rubber, and as soon as you put it against the clean surface of the valve for lapping, you know how you kind of just go back and forth with the compound on the mating seat surface. It held very well because it's soft and it's actually got good suction. So go figure. This set was like $10 at Blaine's, but this isn't. Again, it's not Blaine's. It's a PT performance tool. I don't know if they need to look at who their supplier is in China, or if they're making. I doubt that they're making them here, because if you look at the actual wood sticks, they almost look identical. Although now that I think about it, this one looks like it's plastic. This one looks like it's wood. Well, actually, I like the plastic better because it's probably going to hold up a little bit better. And the wood's fine too, but it's too hard. It won't stick. It's not like a soft pliable suction cup rubber. It's like a hard plastic. So don't recommend this. And the reviews, sometimes I don't go off the reviews because I know everybody's got there's the occasional, disgruntled buyer, but they were spot on to their credit. Quite a few had chimed in that it was plastic, a couple at least, and it didn't hold its suction. So unless I hope PT Tool changes their design and gets like rubber ends on that. that grips it, because it just falls off, and it's just. I was at a point where I was just ready to take my battery operated drill and just put like a vacuum hose on the other end and just spin it, slide it over the valve stem and just do it that way, which is another way you can do it. But I kind of did both, just trial and error. So, but this set, eBay, if anybody wants to know, nice soft ends, rubber, suction cups, just like you'd think for a valve lapping tool. Okay, thanks.